Let's start again. Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A, where we go over all latest news that happened during the week of mobile and answer your questions live. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. Now, next week is our 300th episode of Mobile Weekly. So to commemorate this one, we will have some fun. So first and foremost, this will be the first and probably only ever Drunk Mobile Weekly. So Drunk Mobile Weekly will go as this. Basically, any donation that is done, I'm going to spin a thing, and I have a 1/3 chance of always taking a shot for every dollar, for every, people. I don't know if you can donate 50 cents, but for every super chat, basically, I'm going to do that spin. If anyone does $5 or more, that will be an automatic shot. So that's the rules of it. So that's the fun of it. We should have fun. We'll see how it is. And I will start the show with one shot. By the way, I do want to make it a point that this will be a responsible thing, because I'm not going to go anywhere. Literally, I'm going to do this show and go to sleep that night. So obviously be safe. Then the second part is that we are going to do something besides the fun, is going to do something for you guys. And that is, for those who watch us live next week, we are going to be giving away 2 smartphones. And that is going to be the TCL 10L, which is an amazing entry-level smartphone. It honestly has a lot going for it. At this price, I was really impressed by it. The review is coming, should be the end of this week or beginning of next week. So yeah, really strong, solid phone. And if you put Google Gcam on here, it's absolutely amazing, which I have to do a video for that. Then the second phone is going to be the Red Magic 3. Now this is a phone that has similar specs to last year's OnePlus 7 Pro T. So it really is right up there with it. It had an amazing processor, RAM, battery construction. It has triggers, so if you are into gaming, or for Rudy, if you can't game, if you use these buttons, it will really help you out when it comes to gaming. So awesome phone, beautiful AMOLED display, really top specs overall. Software still needs some work, but I think they have the Google Eyes version if you know how to root and do all that stuff. So again, lots of potential with this one. So both of these phones will be given away next week. To anyone that watches live, you have a chance to win it. Basically what I'm going to do is a random, just kind of scroll up and down, and whatever my mouse lands on after that scroll is going to be the winner. And we will do the phone announcements after the news for next week. I will do a separate video explaining all the rules more in detail, but should be fun. So yeah. All right, guys, now let's get on to the news, because we got some big ones, and I even changed some of the news before we got started. So let's get to it. First big one is going to be the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 just passed through FCC, and that means we have the screen sizes and the battery life for the Samsung Galaxy Note 20s. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so the Note 20 display specs are going to be a 60 hertz display. So this one will not be the 120 hertz it looks like. It will have a 1080p display, and this one will have a 6.53 inch screen. So this is the smaller one. So this is the regular Note 20. Let me just go to displays and then I'll go to batteries. Then the Note 20 Plus, or Note 20 Ultra, whatever they decide to call it, is going to have a 6.87 inch display, so the same like 6.9 inch that the S20 Ultra had. So this one will have a 1440p display, and it will have a 120 hertz. So that's a big difference between displays in these two. Yes, you get about a 0.3 inch difference, but really where it's going to be a big difference is actually the resolution's going to be different, as well as the refresh rates are going to be different. So that really does make you think what's going to happen with this. Who's going to get what, and what's going to be the price difference between these two? Is it really going to be $300, $400 price difference? That's something that we're going to have to find out, because originally, you know, it was supposed to be rumored at $200 difference. This, I would feel like this should be at least $300 difference between these two and those specs, but that's just me. I'm curious what you guys think. Then we also have the battery capacities finally confirmed. So we have the Note 20 coming in at 4,300 milliamp battery, and the Note 20 Plus is officially 4,500. No 5,000 milliamp battery like the S20 Ultra had. It's official. This one has the same thing as the S20 Plus, which is disappointing. It is disappointing. It should have been 5,000 in my opinion. Look, anything over 4,000 is going to have a good battery life. You're going to get almost the entire day on any of them. So really something that, again, I wish it was bigger. That's what she said. No, but it's big enough. That's what he said. No, but so yeah, it's really a whole thing of, I think it's going to be fine for most people. I just wish it would have been 5,000 milliamp battery. It would have been a better fit. And I think it's, again, because the S20 Ultra had it, the Note should always be better than the S series in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you happy with this battery life? Let me know in the comment section. All right, and then we have the Galaxy Z Fold 2. So first of all, I hate that they put the Z name in it. You don't need to do that, Samsung, because now this full name is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2. Why? Like, why does it need to be that long? Stop making phone names longer. It's annoying, it's bad, and if you do it any worse, you're gonna end up like Sony, where you have just like XM3, and that's the only thing anyone calls them because they don't want to call the full name with all the numbers and letters and everything. So, but I digress. So this phone is going to have a bigger front display. Max found out a lot of things over, and we're going to go through some of them, but he was the one who leaked everything about the S20 last time around, and he has confirmed that it is going to be a 6.23 inch display, which is way bigger than what we got last time around. So very happy to see that for sure. I think it was like a 4.5 inch display. It was tiny. I hated the display in front of the original Fold. This one looks like it will be a full display, and we have a mock-up on one of these. Oops, forgot to go through this. I'll go through that in a second. And this is basically what the screen should look about like. So I'm very happy about that bigger screen size. I think a lot of people will be, because it's actually usable now. And then you open it up, it's just even bigger. So I'm so happy with this, and really love the idea of this screen size. It will not have a 108 megapixel camera. It will have a 12 megapixel camera and a 64 megapixel telephoto camera. It will also come with the Snapdragon 865 Plus, which I think we already knew that. It will have a 256 gig version and a 512. I'm happy with the 256 gig hopefully being lower, so maybe we can get, you know, 1,600. I still hope it's on 1,900. I really don't think it should be that much, but we'll have to wait and see. I think Samsung should take a cue from the Z Flip that was a cheaper price and definitely sold better because of it. Samsung, you're gonna sell a lot more if you just make it a cheaper price, and that will make up for the R&D that you spent on these foldable devices. 12 gigs RAM, 256 gigs storage, micro SD card slot, and a respectable 4,300 milliamp battery. Again, would I have wanted a bigger battery? Yes, but I think the 4,365, basically 4,400, is right in between the two Notes. so it's fine. It's for a bigger display. We'll have to see how much it does. I think it's going to depend on how much you use the inside display compared to the outside display. I think that's going to ultimately kind of show how quick the battery life will drain. But we will test it out. I definitely have big plans to for sure use that device. And I did want to show off this nice picture that EvLeaks did, and just a beautiful image of the regular Note 20. So we already saw images of the Note 20 Ultra 2 weeks ago, I think. And then now we're seeing of the regular Note 20. So really love the design. I think the pop-out design is pretty good. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Huge camera bump in the back for sure, but I think it looks good in my opinion. I do like it. I don't know, just stands out. I think I like the line up down like this phone and the Velvet had more than I do not like the square triangles of the Pixel and the iPhone. I don't find them as good looking for me, but that's just me. Well, let me know what you guys think. Okay. Oh yes, and the reveal date for the Galaxy Z Fold 2 5G. I forgot about the 5G part. God, I hope they don't call it 5G. They don't need to. It will be announced on August 5th with all the other devices. However, what will also happen is that you are going to have it shipped the following month in September. Which again, I pointed this out that's what I thought would happen. It's what basically happened last year. So yeah, I do think that's what will happen with the Z Fold 2, is that you're going to have it in late September, it turns out. I thought it might be early September, but late September it will be launched. So yeah, for me, this is kind of like what I expected, so it seems about right. In terms of everything, Max found with all the stuff inside the phone. He found the display sizes, found out, Pro video, you're going to be able to do certain things. 8K video, you're going to be able to change the aspect ratio to 21:9 aspect ratio. Samsung is really concentrating on focal length, so you're actually going to be able to customize it a little bit better. It looks like in Pro mode. They're obviously going to have the same kind of thing in night stuff for the most part. They're going to have even the moon shot this time. You're going to be able to adjust the time of single take anywhere from between 5 and 15 seconds. You're also going to have, I think that was about it. Double tap with the S Pen has been around, but it looks like now you're going to be able to customize it a bit more. Instead of just bringing up your list, maybe you'll be able to launch an app by double pressing it. That's a pretty good way. And yeah, that's for the most part, I think everything that was important or different. Okay, then we also have Sam Mobile's website always crashing. Okay, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to show you the Galaxy Beans live, unfortunately, because Sam Mobile's website has an error. But if I can't show you that, I will at least tell you about DeX before this refreshes itself. So DeX wireless is coming. Now, I did comment on this on Twitter. If you don't follow me there, it's at YouTube Tech Guy. And what's happened there with DeX is going to have a wireless mode. Now, for those of you who remember my old videos, I have shown you this before a long time ago, and it was called Side Sync. Side Sync used to give you the ability to mirror your phone to your computer. By the way, you can also do this with the new Phone Companion app and Windows. So you can do this now, but DeX wireless mode is essentially going to be, you don't need to connect it to the monitor anymore. You're just going to be able to wirelessly connect it via your smartphone to your computer. Now, I really wonder if they're going to bring this back all together, because Side Sync, one of the biggest features that was really cool about it is you also had the ability to mirror your phone to your tablet. That was really a great feature that I used to personally love, just because if someone would text me on there, I could message back no matter which messenger service I was using. I could also drag and drop things from my phone to my tablet, which was always really good. Again, a lot of these features have been, I feel, done with the Windows solution, but Samsung, I feel like, just wants to have their own solution available for people that want it as well. I'll try to refresh this one more time, see if it works. If not, nope, not working. All right, then we're going to go to the Tab S7. Now, the Tab S7, we're getting some more images of how it's going to look from the back, those antennas at the top. Ugly iPad looks, but those are just going to be most likely for the LTE or possibly 5G variants, because you need more antennas on those to make it okay. Hopefully, did I just freeze? I think it just froze pretty bad because my computer is stressing the F out. Okay, hopefully I'm okay now. Let me know if I'm off sync or any of those issues again, just because I know I froze. Let me know if it's still frozen, guys, just because my computer CPU is using 100% right now. I don't know why. Back but off sync. Way off sync again, or? No, it can't run Rigsby. All right, I guess I'm okay now from the comments. But yeah, so this tablet, we're just getting some more images of it. This will be the new keyboard with it. I'm actually very interested in a keyboard case for a 12.2 inch, or sorry, 12.5 inch tablet, I believe it is. 12.4 inch tablet, because that should be a pretty good keyboard. So hopefully it really will be good. I'm very curious to see how it goes. But yeah, I probably will upgrade to this one just because I want a 12-inch tablet so bad. And I'll explain that more in our video for why I think that you should upgrade, or why I upgraded to an Android tablet in 2020. Okay, and then we have the Nord. So we have a lot of things confirmed with this one, so let's go through it. So the OnePlus Nord, we have the 90 Hz refresh rate, we have 12 gigs of RAM confirmed. We are also, we know we're getting the Snapdragon 765. We know the design pretty much for the most part. We know they're gonna have another 48 megapixel camera, just improved software from the last time around. And then the big one is that the front camera is going to be an ultra wide 105 wide angle 32 megapixel selfie camera. So that's what's going to be really nice, because it's going to be an extra wide selfie camera that I think a lot of people will like. I know I am very interested in it, but we'll see if I'm going to get it or not. In terms of other specs, I think that was for the most part it. On this side, oh, the exact camera is going to be the IMX 586, which again, I do believe is the one they've used before, but I will double check on that to verify. And then the OnePlus Buds, and they have a kid version. The big rumor about this one right now, I will say though, is that it's supposedly under $100. Now that is impressive. So yeah, it really is something that I'm very curious about. But these are the three colors. You have the black with the red trim, the all white with the silver trim, and the blue with the lime green trim. Obviously one of this is for kids, and then everyone else is gonna get the black or the white ones. So overall, it looks very interesting. I'm just very curious about, again, the price point. I personally still don't like this type of design. I just, I don't like the AirPod style and I don't like their copies and clones. So I don't think these will be for me personally, but I'm just very curious to hear from others if they'll like them or not. All right, guys, that was all the news with all the issues that we had today. I'm gonna try to get rid of some of these tabs, seeing if that's any of the things that's causing my computer to go crazy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. All right, and now we're gonna get started with your questions. So if you have any questions you wanna ask, just ask in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. By the way, still don't have AC, so yes, it's hot. Got these fans blasting on this side. This one's a little close to me, so I don't have it at full speed, which is why it's hotter here. Also, I want to explain why I was late now that we're done with the news. The reason I was late today is unfortunately because still don't have a living room or kitchen for another 2 weeks, but it is because we are doing home improvements. Since we have the living room cleared, we thought, hey, why don't we get new flooring? So yeah, doing that. Any chance you have to take advantage of something that can help improve your house, it's always a good way to go. Good investment. So yeah, as long as you have the means to do it. So it's gonna take a while, but I will eventually have a living room and a kitchen, and they will be better than before. All right, thoughts on the OnePlus 8 Pro? Thanks. It's hard. I never had the OnePlus 8 Pro. I still have the OnePlus 7T Pro McLaren, which is a great phone still to this day. Really only issue would be the camera with that phone. It's still not the best. But everything else on that phone was great. The speed was awesome. The refresh rate was awesome. I really loved it. So I know the OnePlus 8 Pro had a better camera, still not on par with the other flagships, but a lot of people were happy with it. So I think it would definitely be a contender. I would say you definitely want to get it on sale because OnePlus will be doing sales because I don't think they're selling that well. I think Nord is going to be their big seller, and they will cut the price of the OnePlus 8 Pro because it's not selling that well. You're going to see deals with the trade-in deals. I know they started trade-in deals on their own website, although they give you so little for their phones that it's kind of annoying to me personally, but I guess that's just, you know, if it's your phone, you should be giving, I would say, more money, but we'll see. And you can't trade in the McLaren. The McLaren is not available, only goes up to the 7T, which is kind of annoying to me because I'm like, so what if I want the new highest one? You're not going to take my McLaren, or you're going to give me the McLaren the same price as the 7T, which was a huge difference. Yeah, I would say that they should change those things. Okay, we had a lot of stuff about the sound. Sounded like a Bruce Lee movie at some points. And we just had a lot of sound stuff. Sorry, trying to get through all this. Congrats, 300 episodes. Just a quick reminder, oh yeah. What booze are you going to be doing shots of? I was gifted a drink recently, so I will be doing shots of this one, some Bandero. Yeah, so I was gifted this tequila bottle, so I won't be drinking more than 750 milliliters in one day. So that's the most that you guys will get me to drink, depending on how much you guys donate. And again, I will say, if you can find it able to do super chats next week, I'm not going to monetize the video next week, obviously, because I'm going to be drinking alcohol. I can't monetize it, so I will make no money off of next week's show. So yeah, any $1 here and there will really help out, because I won't make any money off of the video next week. It's the only time I've ever kind of said, hey, it would help. Let's see. No, not sipping on Patron again. This was a free bottle that was given to me, so I will definitely be drinking it and tasting it. And oh, it's tequila, of course. And yes, I did say it before I was going to be drinking tequila. Got to get the lime and the salt and everything like that because I can't take tequila straight without that stuff. It's just not right for me. It's the one time I really show my heritage, I guess. Long as it lasts all day, I'm good with the Note. Should be better. Yeah, and it is longer battery life than before. Samsung throwing it back to the S2 with the long names. Yes, there you go. Oh my God, what were the S2 names? I forgot them. But yes, each carrier had a different S2. I do remember that for sure. My Scouter reads over 9,000 battery for next year. Hopefully that will be true. I so want a Fold 2. It looks like they'll announce August 5th. But I wonder when can we pre-order? Unfortunately, the Fold has been such a horrible launch each time, and I say that with the Z Flip, the Fold. Each one has been a horrible launch. Each time they launch, it's randomly. It's not on the normal day that everyone else sells. Like it's not on the same day as the Note. It's a random day, and even if you, say notify me from Samsung and from Best Buy and from all these different places, they notify you like the end of the day when it was going live, so you don't get a chance to. Luckily, last year actually, my friend Wayne was the one who told me, "Hey, it's live on Best Buy," and I immediately purchased it. Within an hour, it was sold out. So I really do think that they need to fix that for sure, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully Google Glass will make that possible. I am so down for Google Glass to come back, especially with the focals. I've been wearing my focals all week, and again, I mean, it's just my coworkers, but because I don't see many people, obviously. But everyone asked me about my smart glasses. My boss came to me and was like, "What are those?" Like, no. So it was very funny. I do hate wearing glasses though with mask. I cannot get it to not fog, no matter what I do. I tried all these online things, everything. My glasses fog up. If camera's the same, I'm getting the regular Note 20. No, the Note 20 Plus will have the zoom, the 50 times zoom. So it will have basically the bigger optical zoom compared to the regular Note 20. So that will be different, we know. And it'll have that like natural bokeh effect, which was really nice. I do miss that on the from the Ultra. It was my favorite feature about the Ultra. It was just the video was so horrible with focusing. Is a OnePlus 8 Pro worth the price? I would say so. I would say check out Juan Carlos Bagnell's video on the OnePlus 8 Pro versus the LG phone. What is it? What's the current LG phone? The LG G9, right? Check out that video because it was really, really well done, and it really honestly makes an argument between the both of them, depending on which carrier you're on. Honestly, they're pretty good competitors to each other. Indeed, it is guaranteed to give a special sense of awesomeness. Error 502. Looks like a good device. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. And yes, I will be. Okay, so here's the thing. I will be drinking when that happens next week. However, here's the thing. I will not be drinking if I start seeing people spam. And again, I trust our two moderators to check that. If people are spamming the entire time, one, you're not going to get the giveaway. You know, if you're not asking like a question and you're not asking the same questions and all that kind of stuff, and I will not be drinking during those times. And again, obviously you will be disqualified if I see you were just, saying A, B, C, D, 3, or like, Jelly Bean, Kit Kat, all this. If you're just saying random things, you're not gonna get it. So those are the rules. And again, I'll go more into that in the video. Now I need to find where we were. With the Note 20 Ultra, will there be a good upgrade in camera versus the Note 10 Plus? It looks like it. It looks like it because the S20 was a pretty good upgrade in terms of clarity, and the detail is really good on it. The problem is the focusing. The problem really is the focusing with the S20 isn't as good as the S10 was. The S20 Plus was the best one out of the three, but again, we'll have to wait and see which one's going to be the best overall. I think that the Note 20 should have a much better camera than the S20 focus-wise and software-wise. We'll have to see if I'm right. S20 Ultra is getting 120 Hz combined with high resolution feature update. Really? I had heard that they were still not pushing that out, so that's surprising if they are. It's definitely something that they've held back for a long time. Should Google and Windows be scared of Apple's ecosystem? You have admitted their ecosystem is so tight-knit and appealing. Yeah, I talked about it on, I forgot what the video was called, but it was right after Apple's WWDC. And I said that they, oh yeah, that's what it was. WWDC, it showed Apple iOS is complete copying Android, had no new ideas, but it completely schooled Windows specifically on what they were doing, like schooled them, just like Microsoft, this is how it's done. You've tried to do this 3 times and failed miserably. Like, you can't get anyone to put an app on your Windows store. Like, anyone. Like, it is a horrible store. It is a horrible app store. And those are the only apps that are compatible with the Qualcomm processors that would allow you to run ARM processing. But here's the thing about it. Windows is a lot bigger. So what really Windows should be scared of is Windows is still like, 80% of the PC market, or if higher, I think. I think Mac is only 15% now. I could be wrong. But globally, it is, Macs are tiny. But Apple is huge in terms of iOS. So the fact that they're going to bring every Apple app basically onto Macs is huge. And they're going to eventually have touchscreens. So these are all things that Windows should be worried about because they need to crank out apps. They need to pay developers like crazy. They need to say, developer, you make this very popular app for Windows, we'll give you $500,000. And Microsoft has the money to spend like that, but that's what they need to do in order for these things to work. I mean, for Christ's sake, Adobe is supposed to work with the new ARM processors for Mac computers, and they haven't come anywhere close to doing that for Windows. So that's a huge deal and something that's definitely should be done for sure. Yeah, I completely say that Windows should be worried, and Google, much like Apple did to Android, should copy them. Google should totally just copy Apple, and there's nothing stopping Google from doing it. Literally, every Chromebook next year, put an ARM processor on it. F Intel. Screw Intel. They failed. They did not keep up with everything else. So, screw Intel. Take those crappy Pentium, take those crappy Celeron processors, and shove them up wherever. Put Qualcomm Snapdragon 700 series for the entry level, $200, $400 Chromebooks, $500 and up Chromebooks. Put the Snapdragon 8CX or something like that. I forget what the or 20X, 20CX, something like that. the main Qualcomm processor that's on the newer always connected PCs this year. I know it was on the Galaxy Book series, but think about it. If you put Qualcomm processors on Chromebooks, they can then run every Android app. There is no, oh, well, it's having issues. Oh, it's kind of buggy at times. No, automatically, then they work. So that is so important and something that Chromebooks should immediately implement after seeing what Apple did. And they will be right on par. They will be on par. But the difference is Chromebooks are a lot more affordable. So that will be huge. Having a desktop browser, right? Because that's what Chromebooks really offer, a desktop browser and a built-in keyboard and an extremely long battery life with the performance of a smartphone. Because let's not forget, the graphics card capability on a Qualcomm processor is better than an i7 processor's graphics. Intel sucks at dedicated graphics. Yes, the 10th generation is much better than ever before, but that's not really saying much. So yeah, Qualcomm would be much better in terms of processing speed as well as graphic capability if it was on a Chromebook, and they should definitely do it. So yeah. Whoa, we got a super chat donation from a friend of the channel, HU Tech Videos. Thank you very much, sir. You should subscribe to his channel as well. You're the man, Rick. Thanks for the weekly news update. No problem. Sorry about all the glitches if you saw all the issues that we were having earlier. Thank you very much, sir, for your super chat. So yeah, but that's how I feel if Google and Windows should be worried. And let's see, where were we? If Google Apps were on MacBook because Apple is moving to ARM, would you ever switch? Google Apps will never come to Windows. This will make Windows less appealing to users. Well, one, Google Apps are kind of already on Windows because Chrome apps exist. So Chrome apps give you the ability to run, like I have run a torrent off of the Chrome browser because it is an app that's built into the Chrome browser. So yeah, there are lots of apps for Chrome. So those exist actually already. You can, get the app version for a lot of things. So yeah, those do exist, just so you know. And I still have a lot of them actually. Even typing games for my daughter that I downloaded. But yeah, so there are lots of apps you can get. So yes, I could see Google Apps coming to the MacBook as well. I don't see why they wouldn't. Google's probably all for either one. At least Apple took a good hit with Samsung for 1 billion. Yes, they did take a 1 billion because they haven't sold as many displays as they thought they would for AMOLED displays. Samsung Galaxy Epic 4G. I want to say that was the Sprint version. But yes, I remember all of those had a different name for all of them. How will the Drunk Weekly, one time only, be saluted? What to do? Will it go on as usual, minus issues, of course, or something different? It should be the same. I plan on doing it. It's just, we'll see how I am when I'm drunk doing this. I have no idea how I'm going to be. I really don't. I'm not responsible for my actions. Just gonna say that from the beginning. I'll say that at the beginning of the video too. So yes. Would you lease an A715? I don't know what this is. Hold on. What is this? Oh, an A71 5G. For $15 a month for 18 months, or buy it used. I would buy a used S10 Plus, probably. That would be me. Just because besides the 5G, you're going to get a better phone overall with the S10 Plus. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. And thank you so much, Rudy Can't Game, for a super chat donation. I really do appreciate it, sir. Oh, by the way, I will say that super chat donations do count as a comment when we do the Mobile Weekly next week. So if my mouse scrolls and I stop and the comment happens to be a super chat comment, that will count. I really have to like write all this list down, and it will be in video tomorrow. Hey Ricky, can you guess? I guess you can say I'm a Samsung fanboy, but this year Samsung disappointed. Even the Note 20 looks good. I still feel like I cheated knowing the S20 Ultra battery was bigger. Yeah, again, that's been my whole thing, that I did not like that the battery for the S20 series should never be better than the Note series, and I think whoever is in charge of Samsung in that division forgot that. Or forgot that's one of the things the fans love for so much. Will the shots start after or before the news? I was kind of gonna take them as they come. I mean, again, if it's donated, if someone donates, then spin the wheel and see that. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know that, to be honest. I'm just kind of figure that part out. I guess if we have too many, then I'll save them for later. Like if I can't get through the news, then I'll save that for later. Let's see. Ricky will make 51st date questions for Windows and get $1 million. If Microsoft wants to pay me $10,000 to put 51st date questions on Windows, I will happily oblige. And with that, of course, we have to do our weekly plug for 51st date questions. 51st Date Questions is an app that I did make. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out. Links will be in the description for iOS and Android. It's a really fun game to play with your significant other, or if you happen to be going out on a first date, it is an awesome icebreaker. Trust me, it is something that I did on my dates before, and it was something that my wife thought was very interesting back when we were going out on our first dates. That was the analog version back when I had a playing card stuff that I custom made. So this is the virtual version, and it really is effective and lots of fun. Go ahead and download it. It has a pretty positive rating, so I do thank you guys for that, and lots of fun. All right. Do you think Google is holding out for a new OS they are working on? I don't know if that exists anymore. I forgot what it was called, but yes, there was something that Google was working on that was kind of like going to take over both Chrome and Android. Whatever they need to do, they need to hurry up because they are lagging too far behind on a merger if they are, and I think they just need to bring Android to Chrome. And really, the only benefit that Chrome has as an OS over Android is desktop capability, meaning that all websites see it as a desktop, and that is perfect. Even if Android had that for their tablets, to be quite honest, I would think that would be amazing. So yeah. Hey Ricky, do you think the Fold 2 will have an SD card slot included and include the Buds Live? I do. I do think both of those. It will have an SD card slot, and I totally do believe it will have the Buds Live included with them. The question is, how fast will it take Ricky to get drunk? It usually takes me a while, to be honest. This is your mission, is to get me drunk. If you guys can't do it, that's on you. I mean, I can't be held responsible. Just because I call it Drunk Mobile Weekly, it is on you to get me there. So, do your part. Let's see. Next week's show, 15 minutes. No, I don't think it'll be 15 minutes. I will go the distance. Will you have someone in the back to watch you in case you drink too much? No, but I don't know. Maybe I'll have some friends. I'll tell them that I'm doing the show and just if they want to watch me and stuff like that. So yeah. Next week's news, we find out how well Ricky handles his tequila. That will be the headline news, of course. That'll be the main story of the evening. Hey Ricky, what do you think of the price in the US will be for the Note 20 Ultra? 14 or 15? I think the rumor was 15, 1,500. So yeah, 1,500. I don't like it, but yeah, we'll see. We will see. Yeah, just not. Don't like it, guys. Don't like the pricing. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping. I want to get $700 to $800 for this phone. So that's all I'm saying. Samsung, better make it happen. All right, guys. But throw in your last questions, and we will call it a show. Again, I do apologize for all the issues we had with sound in the beginning. I'm going to restart the computer right after this, just because it needed to do another update. So hopefully next week we won't have any problems. I mean, that will be tricky. If I am drunk and we're having technical difficulties, I'm gonna be like, we'll see. We'll see. I have to be in focus too, because if I go too far, then I'm not in focus. So, it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting show. What do you think about the iPhone not having 120 hertz? I think Apple doesn't need to do it, quite frankly, because they'll still sell. But it's all about pricing this year for Apple. That's the biggest thing. What would you recommend for a good camera for photo and video for personal use? As a good point and shoot camera, or you're talking like a smartphone? What kind of camera and what is the budget? Because that and how big are we talking? Like a mirrorless camera like the one I used to film this, or are we talking about a pocket-sized camera? Let me know. Let's see. What do you think of Amazon will buy Verizon and get in mobile game? I think that would be very strange for Amazon to buy Verizon. I don't see really why they would. If anything, Amazon would buy Dish and take over that. So yeah, I don't see them doing that. But could be wrong. How have you adjusted to YouTube Music? Believe it or not, I just did it yesterday. So we'll have to wait and see. I just did it yesterday. It is officially replaced. Turn the brightness down. It has officially replaced not AMC. It has officially replaced my Google Play Music now. So I will be testing it out and seeing how it is. I do like some things about the user interface with it, but still getting used to it. So yeah. I do think it's interesting that it also brings your YouTube list. So I have a watch later list that I always watch videos off of, and I find it interesting that they brought that in there. So yeah, interested to see. Mirrorless camera, and what was the budget? Because the new one, so the one that I'm currently using for this video is a G85. This was my favorite one from before. So this one is a great camera. As you can see, the quality, this is with a really good lens. The lens itself costed about, I want to say it was $400. So really good, the lens is aperture of 1.7. So it gives that really good blur effect. So this is a really good one. My top of the line one that I personally use is the GH5, the Panasonic GH5. Great camera, but that is roughly about $1,000. I don't know how much the G85 goes for right now. I want to say it was probably around 700 right now. So that's those are those price points. There is an amazing new Sony camera, Sony vlog camera. The amazing new one, yes, that is a really good price for $750. But I don't think that one is. This one mirrorless? So this isn't a mirrorless camera, but it's probably the best non-mirrorless camera you can get right now. It's $800 normally. It's $750 right now, and it's called the Sony V1. This camera is getting such good reviews and talked about and everything like that. If you wanted to do vlogging or YouTube, this is probably the one that most people are going to be starting off with right now, and it's supposedly doing an amazing job. It even has a really cool thing where you're actually able to detect people as priority or products as priority. Because what happens is if I'm in the shot, but then I put like this phone here, in that camera, it would then make this the priority instead of me. So that is a really cool feature that it has. That is one that I'm definitely would say is great. And yes, the Sony A series for mirrorless camera, the Sony A7 III is an amazing one. Sony's, I think, do make the best overall ones. If I had $2,000 to spend or $1,500 to spend starting off, I think is where they start off at, I would definitely go with that. It just all depends on your price point, because that makes the biggest difference. If you're going from the $700 price points all the way to the $2,000 price point, there is a great one in each range. Canon is doing a lot better. I have not looked up their new cameras recently, but they have been a lot of talking about them recently. I just haven't followed up on it as much. Let's see. YouTube Premium is a must-have. I really do love YouTube Premium, yes. For me, it's definitely worth it. Creators do get paid. We get paid a little bit less, but we get paid across the board. So, you know, advertising, how much you watch an ad, how long a video is, all that kind of stuff plays into the YouTube advertising. YouTube Premium is just like a flat rate. So yeah, I don't think creators really mind or anything like that. You're not hurting creators by doing YouTube Premium for sure. But yeah, it's great. It's great overall. I've had it since the very beginning because I got Google Play Music back when it was $8 a month, and that ended up giving me YouTube Premium for free. And now with YouTube Music and YouTube Premium, I get both for free. YouTube, Google Play Music and YouTube Music now that's taking over is kind of like Spotify or Apple Music. Same kind of concept, and you can also bring your own music. I think Apple and Spotify ended up copying that feature, but that originated with Google. They were the first ones that you could bring over your own music. So I had 10,000 plus songs, and it's all in my library. So the computer that I had all those songs in many years ago, I don't have anymore, but I uploaded all of them to to Google. So I have them all there. I actually still have the $799 price point. I still have it. Did you go away or did you upgrade and then cancel it and go back? Because yeah, if you do cancel it at any point, you automatically go to the $999. But I still have the $799 price point. I just bought the A7 III. Yeah, it's great. What are your thoughts about tonight's pay-per-view? I did not catch all of it, to be honest. I was busy buying laminate for my living room, and yeah, just going back and forth, driving a lot, and doing as much as I can, trying to take care of my family, trying to take care of my responsibility, try to do everything I can while making everyone happy. Songs like I'll Be Your Hero, yes. That song that is on the bottom of every description of every video we have. Yes, that one is there. Or actually, I don't know if it's on the live show. It's definitely on the regular videos. Alright guys, I think we will call that a show. Thank you guys always so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will catch you next Sunday for the 300th episode. It will be a great time. Wait, we have a super chat donation. Thank you, Cornelius. Thank you very much for your super chat donation. Do you still think Disney Plus is worth it, or will you switch to another? I am keeping Disney Plus. I really am. For me, I literally have not watched Netflix in a couple months. If it was not for my wife and my brother, who both use my Netflix account, I would have canceled Netflix. I have nothing to watch on Netflix. I think it's also because I bought a few TV show series recently. They were on really good discounts, like they were $30 each. So I bought like How I Met Your Mother, I bought House MD, I bought 2.5 Men, I bought Saved by the Bell. So I bought all these different series recently. So it's kind of like I could just watch them whenever I want. I think Family Matters was on sale too. I might get that one. Like, if I buy them, I don't need to pay a monthly fee. So it's just like, now to be fair, that monthly fee, you can calculate, okay, well, how much if you see them past this year, you know, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see if Peacock is interesting. I still need to research that one more. And see, you know, what I get for $5 a month, what I get for free, and I'm not paying the $10 a month, I know that. But yeah, I'm curious about Peacock. HBO I won't get because it's losing too many things, and I hear Peacock's doing the same. But HBO and Peacock are stupid because they don't work with Roku, so I can't really watch them anyway. You know, that's the biggest thing for me, is that Peacock and Roku, or Peacock and HBO Max don't work on Roku, so it's like, why? What's the Peacock app? Peacock is NBC and Universal Studios. So Universal Studio movies will be on Peacock, and also NBC shows, like House MD was one of them. That they can use. So yeah, so those type of shows are going to be on Peacock, and they chose Peacock because the NBC symbol is a peacock feather thing. So yeah. Hey, Engel Mike, thank you so much for your super chat donation. That's awesome, guys. Thank you guys so much for your guys' support. I really appreciate any super chat. You guys know that, and I thank you guys always for tuning in. So yeah, some more videos coming out this week. I did get 2 videos out this week. My goal is to get 3. I'm gonna try to slowly start building back to where I was, eventually getting to 5 videos a week. But it will take time. I'm adjusting to all the responsibilities I have as a full-time job, and this job, and my family, and trying to deal with everything that everyone else is dealing with right now. So yeah, it's a lot, but should be fun. All right, guys, thank you as always so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like, thumbs up before you leave. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.